So today I want to talk a little bit about abundance consciousness. It's interesting that Troy was in wealth management. Brian has a background in wealth management, as does my dad. Wealth, such an interesting thing, right? When we think about wealth, we usually think about money and our ability to hold wealth, our ability to generate wealth, our ability to really keep a business that keeps us feeling wealthy, because feeling wealthy is not just the money in the bank, right? It's how much time you have. It's how much energy you have. It's how much work you're doing by yourself versus outsourcing. Wealth is a lifestyle. Generating wealth is about more than just the processes in your business. Brian's going to help you with those, but it really starts with you. It starts with your self-concept. Something that really changed my life and my business was understanding that your ability to earn will never outperform your self-concept. Your ability to earn will never outperform your self-concept. And so often people, when they're working on their business, they're willing to do all of the processes, to change things, to change their pricing, to change the way that they show up in their schedule, to change who they hire, how much they charge. Those are hard things to do. Those are hard hurdles. But the actual more difficult hurdle is being willing to think differently about yourself, about what you deserve, about what you're worthy of, not just in a monetary amount, but in a lifestyle. You live in a nervous system. Every human body has a nervous system. Your nervous system's main job is to keep you alive, to make sure that you don't die. It's like, just stay alive, right? And what does the nervous system react from? Your nervous system gets conditioned from a life of you being you. Everyone's had their own different situations, different life stories. Your nervous system likes what's familiar. This is the house that my parents live here, and we grew up here our whole lives. When I'm in this house, and I'm sure you feel like this when you go back to your parents' houses, you're like, whew, you're like 12 years old again. You know what I mean? You know that feeling? You get conditioned into familiar responses from your life. So whether you like it or not, your nervous system is acclimated and comfortable with, familiar with, a certain amount of ease or difficulty in your life. Your nervous system is conditioned to how tight it feels when you pay your bills, or how relaxed it generally feels when you pay your bills. What is stressful financially to someone is not stressful to someone else financially. You know, some people are like, oh, I'm always leveraged. Oh, I'm always, in debt. I'm fine with working with that. Some people are like, I'm always paying my credit card on time, and if I have $200 that's unpaid, I'm very stressed out. Everyone has different financial temperatures, right? They talk about risk management and financial planning. Like, how much risk are you comfortable with? And so your temperature financially, like whether you like it or not, you're used to making how much money you've been making. And as you shift in career, sometimes you notice that too. You're like, wait, my body, my whole being is pretty used to what I was making. And let's say you've been always a little tight. You've always been like, I just barely can eke out the credit cards, and I'm carrying about $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000 or $20,000 every month, and I'm just kind of used to that. It's become habitual for you. You're used to how it feels every time you swipe for a coffee, a little guilty. You shouldn't be paying for coffee. I could just make it at home. You're used to your money frequency. You're used to how that feels for you. But when you're ready to expand, when you're ready to push into bigger heights of where you could go in your business, of how it could really serve people, because that's why you're in business. It serves you, of course, but you are serving your clients. You are serving them. And when you see a client coming off a horse or having just accomplished something that was like, I've been working on this for years and it finally clicked today. It is so satisfying, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And it doesn't just unlock something for them in their riding. It unlocks something for them in their life. It's different. And I'm sure you remember that in your hurdles with writing, of like when you reached a certain goalpost that you thought you couldn't reach, then you did it. All of a sudden it's like, whoa, my whole idea of who I thought I was is different. If I can do that, what else can I do? It's exciting. You're opening up unlimited possibility in their lives. You're also having the opportunity to open up unlimited possibility in your life, in your business, because there are people out there dying to be served, dying to have this excitement, this revelation of who they could become, of what could be possible for them. Some people who have never ridden a horse, some people who would like to just get to the next level, some people who would like to be able to integrate that into their lifestyle in a more cohesive manner. There are so many ways for you guys to be of service. And that's one thing I really want to remind you of today, is that when we think we're in business to take, we won't get that far. When we know we're in business to give, we have unlimited potential.